Hello and welcome to Stocks Advisors channel again, and here we will talk about Zoom Video Communications company traded at Nasdaq, ticker name ZM. Well, Zoom is of course a famous company. It did really significant move upwards, so it grew really nicely during the COVID quarantine times, and you see the price action went at least from June from a level of 200 all the way to the level of 575. So of course now question is, what's next, because we see some volatility levels here between 350 and 575 for the last 3 months, and now the question is where it's heading. Can we buy already, or is it still too early? So let's do the quick analysis to understand possible risks and entry levels for Zoom. First of all, we need to note here that as always we have 3 moving averages depicted on our daily chart analysis. And this the moving averages 20, 50, and 200 being green, blue, and red lines correspondingly. Here you see them depicted. So what do we see here? Today Zoom finished actually going from 434 approximately to the level of 406. So it's quite a reasonable move, but also this move was not just let's say the move itself. It started with a downward jump from 433 that was yesterday, so it's really a significant decline. And now of course the question is what's next, because for the company that was really booming recently, we have minus 15, almost just a little bit more than minus 15% decline during one day. And yeah, that's normal, of course, within the current global paradigm, because the closer we are to the fact that the COVID vaccine is coming, and the more the big companies that did grow due to quarantine, the more internet-presented companies will, of course, correct. Not that they will crash or decline, no way, but they will correct. It will be also a little bit panicking and stuff involved. Therefore, you see those volatility levels. And if you look carefully here for Zoom, you see that from the final jump that started from the kind of 10th of August and going higher levels, we see here the trading channel formed with upwards move, let's say the R2 channel, but also now we see the downtrend channel also formed, and it's clear now, and reconfirmed also yesterday as a repulse level R2. And we are now sitting between R2 and R1, then between R1 and R2. And from the action that we see today, most probably we will pierce at least R2 to the further support levels, and this would be probably the, let's say, the further entry point. Another important line that can be seen here, of course, it's this one. It looks like forming the trend T1. It looks like an upwards trend because it was starting exactly when we had this major move from the 10th of August, and then it was reconfirmed actually 2 times somewhere in 10th of November and also 15 November. But given today's action, most probably we will pierce further on it, but still it works as kind of a support line here. So with this having said, we can expect further decline, and if this is happening, there are several support levels where we can actually stop it, and this would be anything between actually R1 and this level, let's call it S1, so R2 and the level of S1. Let's redraw this R2 for better visibility. So now what can we do here? With this having said, it would be best advised from technical point of view to wait until we pierce the level of R2, which is quite probable for tomorrow. And once this is happening, immediately actually you can start entering from the level of 335 till the levels actually 375 to the level 335. It's still 10% margin, but here it would be the entry level. It's quite big though, 10%, but still slowly you can enter here to this level as a first option. And then what we can have, either we pierce level R2 with our action and then start rebouncing towards R1, or we go even lower, we actually then rebounds from S1 in this case, and we can go all the way till R2. So these volatilities are possible here. Should we really decline further, which is still possible for this stock. Not given we go that level, but still possible. Let's just draw those support lines. There is one on the level of about 300 and the really ultimate support here, also coinciding with moving average 200, the red line. So let's call these then S2 and S3 lines. So should we really pierce further downwards, then you can actually average down here between S2 and S3. With this having said, it's not expected at all we will go further, but as always, just to be very safe in our, let's say, analysis, this would be the final support ever possible, at least for the current state. S4 line, and then anything in this vicinity would be the final entry. As always, many people always say, why do you give so many low support levels? It's usually not going there. Yes, that's true, but that's the technical trading. Yeah, you always need to look the best support lines and keep some funds in reserve just to average down in case, because you never know if negative catalysts come, it will push the price downwards until the next biggest support level that would be strong enough to stop the downwards move, and then you want to be prepared for this. And with this having said, that's the trading strategy. So immediately after R2 all the way till S2 you can start entering slowly. Let's say it could be one portion, but you could divide it on 2, 3 and just slowly start entering. And then average down strategy here would be 1, 2, 2, meaning that you split in 5 all stocks, all money you want to play here. Then you do first entry with 1 portion and then 2 times average down with 2 portions according to the analysis given here. This would provide you the best, let's say, trade-off between profit versus possible loss. And you can quite confidently trade here with Zoom. It's still possible that by volatility we will first rebound from the current T1 level already tomorrow and just go higher again, but then technically speaking, we will really go down, because if you look at the moving averages behavior, they really want to go a little bit lower, because if you carefully look at moving average 20, for example, it's now doing like this. So this small tip at the end here shows the negative move downwards with acceleration, which is actually not that good sign, and also seems like that moving average 50 is doing kind of the same. So they first will do a quick dip down and then reverse. Therefore, it's important to be prepared for such a low level defense. If this wouldn't be the case, I would not advise that low level defenses and keeping funds for these defenses. But this indication here is actually a little bit, let's say, worrying, and you need to be prepared for any possible action. But of course, once the channel R1, R2, if we keep bouncing within it, finishes itself, we can still have upwards move and return to, let's say, further growth. But for that, we need some serious catalysts, of course, because current paradigm says that it's at least would be nice if we could keep on the level of about, let's say, 400. If not, then yeah, we will see what correction happens, what future brings. Actually, for the moment, it's only technical situation just to make a play on this decline, and later we will come back to the stock, to Zoom, and see how it will behave. So with this having said, that's all currently for Zoom. Also, if you are using mobile devices, especially Android one, maybe you want to check our free mobile application, please see the link in our video description. With this application automatically connected to our YouTube channel, you will be always updated with latest 14 videos on the channel, which you can see immediately by pressing the button from the application itself. So you can keep in pocket the latest 14 videos immediately available for you with names and entry levels there. So please try it, check it, and tell us in comments if you like it or what you want to have there. Also, if you're first time viewing this video, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. This way you will not miss other videos and interesting discussions for US-based stocks. With this having said, good luck with Zoom, and see you at another episode at Stocks Advisor channel.